All right. Hello. Welcome to In-Ear Fetish. I'm your host, Zeos Pantera, and we're here with the Q&A. Oh, no, wait. QoA. That says Gimlet? Look, I don't like serial numbered things because that's boring. A9DD or discrete. At least it has the word discrete in it. Adamamp is a name. This is the EF500. It's kind of boring. But, like, headphones should have, like, a passionate name. They should be named after someone's dog or someone's lover. It's like TH909 is, like, very Fostex, very Japanese. Isn't this a character from Lord of the Rings? Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Gimlet just doesn't strike me. Also, QoA stands for Queen of Audio. Okay. Anyway, throw this in here. Pulled them off my shelf. They've been there a while. They're on the far right. I have a shelf over there, all the IEMs. So when I take an IEM, I put a new one on the left and I put the whole shift to the right. This is on the far right, which means it's one of the older sets. For some reason, even though this is one of the older sets, if I go to like Hi-Fi Go, no reviews in this $59 IEM. Oh, wait a second. Did this thing just stop being on sale? It was $47 7 seconds ago. Hold on, I'm going to refresh the page. All right, $59. I'm going to look it up. I'll look Gimlet again. Hold on. Gimlet. Yeah, $47.20. How is it $47.20 in the search results, but $60 when I get here? Anyway, it's a $50 IM. I don't care if it's 47 or 59. It doesn't make a difference. Why should I care, Zeos? All right. Single 10mm dynamic. Best build quality $50 IM. Puts my JoJo to shame. Puts the Critical Red to shame. Puts almost everything to shame. As far as, like, what can you get for 50? Look at this wire. The gold, like the brass, like machined. It's only a 3.5. Then it goes into the wire, and it's like a perfectly pin straight 4-wire twist. Yes. To his beautiful split. To it got the clear little BB, which if you don't like these clear BBs, by the way, you just get a pliers and you put it around there and you go like, and it'll just explode off into a million pieces. What makes them feel the most like, this is 3/4 of an OH10. For those of you who know the ICO OH10, the weight on this, these have fucking girth. And then you touch them and it's like, ooh, it feels like it's hewn from stone. It's got the gold here, 2-pin. I actually brought out, for those of you who are patrons, if you're watching this, because I'm making this video the day before it has to come out because I'm bad, and I'm delayed, and I have Mandy's in the town, and I'm trying, whatever. Point is, there's a coupon code that I'm posting today. This was on sale. My effect cable was on sale. $66 off. So there's only 100 left. So I'm going to share the exclusive Patreon code with patrons and subscribers to our supporters. So if you want to get the Fancy Pants IEM cable, which has nothing to do with the Fancy Pants Maja cable, check that out. So yeah, you'll get that. But I was going to put this on because it feels the luxury is here. This is just, I'm working on a collab, and we're deciding every factor of it. The depth, the width, the height. And it comes down to, like, also, like, we're talking about the height of something. Something that's very skinny. It's like, does that feel like it's powerful? Like, I'm really getting into the psychology of audiophilia and marketing for it. Which, back the fuck up, world. I'm about to take you by storm. And, like, if I told you that this was, like, 10 watts per channel, and then this was 10 watts per channel, you'd be like, oh, man, that one looks much bigger. So it's like, the psychology of having this QoA that just is not big. This might be the heaviest, smallest IEM. Might have a weight to size ratio, the actual volume. And then it comes in 3 colors. And I got the green. There's also white, which looks remarkably like the Meze Alba. But pretty sure this predates the Alba. If it's on that side of the shelf, that is not new. And it also comes in blue. I like the colors. I like the green. It's not quite British racing green. It's got a little too much blue mixed in there. But you can pick white or blue or green. Apparently it's $60. Single dynamic, which is my preferred thing. You'll notice I have my collabed tips on here. Scoozy. These are the render tips, which are a silicone tip, a normal silicone tip filled with foam. And you could actually, if you really wanted to be a psychotic person, you could peel the silicone off, take the foam out, and put it into another preferred tip. Well, that's like performing surgery. And if you can do that properly, you might want to go to medical school. So you get this IEM. It comes in an okay box, say it's a Gimlet. It comes with an actual case. JoJo doesn't come with a fucking case. This comes with a QoA. Like, look how nice this case is. It's faux leather. It's got the stamp. It's like a hard, soft case. It's nice. It comes with enough tips that I'm like, ooh, they're blue and they're white. This is a good presentation. This feels like an $80 to $100 IEM minimum for the presentation. Then you touch it and feel it, and you're like, oh man, this wire is so fucking nice. And then you listen to it. And I was listening to it originally on the Duno SS tips, which are those. I usually go silicone. If it comes always silicone, I'll start with silicone. Move on to either Dakoni tips or X-Lastic tips or, these. The reason I went with these is I was finding them lacking in a little bit of low-end punch for a single dynamic. Usually, and this is my preference, is I want fun. If you're going to single dynamic me and kick me in the stomach and, tin T2 DLC. There's so many great $50 IEMs that I'd probably overlook these because of that, because of how many there are. I would be like, it's because it's not bad. I'm by the way, this is the Orchard Audio Pecan Pie Plus streamer, which I'm feeding with the coaxial digital so that I could use its amplification module either out the back, somehow it runs balanced, and at the front it's 1/4 inch, or I've got the A90 discrete, which, you know what? We're going to go to this because I'm actually feeding this with not the big Gishelli Labs DAC, with the little one, the socketed one. So it's got modified op amps so that the signal is a little bit smoother and warmer. And if you know anything about the topping A90D, it's a little bland. So by feeding it less bland, we are getting like a smoother cream. Can I get to 69? Come on. Yes. Led Zeppelin. Over the hills and far away. Like, it's not a bad IM in any way. The audio is good. It's smooth. It's precise. It's got everything I want. You add the foam tips. You add the render tips. By the way, mousepad available on the master post on Arzios on Reddit. I link to this. I have to link that in the description of this channel too, because I put all the mouse pads, my infinite fucking supply of mouse pads that are no longer on Amazon. I'm just gonna give you all the links on Arzios. Darling. Yeah, once I put the render tips on these, it sort of tightened them up. So they were a little bit like, just a little bland, just a little like out there. And it's like, you know what? This person doesn't seem like they're really connecting with me. Let me get a 2-seater pickup truck and squeeze them in the side with me, and we'll have a real conversation. That's what these feel like now that I put them on there. And now that I can actually like interact with them audibly, they're still quite good. They're not my favorite IEMs by any means, but at $60, they don't have to be. They just have to be everything else I've talked about. The case, the wire, the fit and finish. They feel quality. And if you're just looking for an IEM, if you're looking for, all right, here's it. I got this. I got who you're selling these to. Here's who you're selling these to. Get off of there. This girl's dirty enough as it is. You keep it clean. If you need a gift for someone that they're going to be impressed with, and they're not an audiophile. If you have someone who's an audiophile and they've already got, Rinko or any $100, you need someone who's only using like shit. And you want to gift them something and you want them to be impressed by this gift, buy these. By all means. That's like fucking it's like they're hewn out of marble. Because they'll get this gift. You'll pay either $47 or $60, depending on what the hell the world decides to make it today. And you'll hand it to them, and they'll come in this beautiful fucking box with the beautiful fucking inserts. Like, JoJo comes in like a cardboard box that looks like it was already recycled. But like it's got things, it's got official Instagrams, it's got frequency response graphs. It tells you it's a 10 mm LCP diagram, dynamic 32 ohms, 108. It tells you things. Oh, look. all information and knowledge on these beautiful printed cards and this beautiful thing with foam, and it comes with plenty of tips, although I'd still recommend getting them an extra set of tips if you wanted to. But this presentation with the case and the fucking would be perfect gift. If you're in the know, which I'm assuming most of you are because you're watching a channel called In-Ear Fetish, and that comes up in your search results in your history, and you're obviously fine with that. If you're not fine with that, sorry. But you guys could probably, you don't have to buy this. There are other options. There are other more exciting things. This doesn't do anything that's like, oh, fucking clear my fucking table. It's important. I take the JoJo over this every day because JoJo is mine and it does it. But I'd even probably take the Critical Reds with these tips over it. And there's like 7 other $50 IEMs. I'm not even thinking about the DLCs. What was that other 10 that I just did? I did a couple, there are some IEMs that are 10 out of 10. They either stand out for one specific thing or are so great overall that I'm just like 10. These are a solid 8. They're an 8. And this is why I don't do tier lists. I'm tempted to do a tier list on my Patreon and Subscribestar because that will make people want to go there and give me $5 to look at my tier list. But at the same time, putting the numerical values on this channel has taught me something. If I have something in a price range, and I'm not specifically going for bass or treble or soundstage, if it's just the overall, and I'm grading something, and an 8 exists, which is not a low score, but why would I recommend an 8 when 9s and 10s exist? That's why I don't do tier lists. Because then there would be S tier, A tier. This would be an A. It would be a low A, but it'd be an A. But then there's 19 S's, so why would you do that? That's why that is the reason I don't tier list shit. Because it's so compartmentalized, and I know how you think, and I know how I don't want to think. I don't want it to be like, well, I'd only buy S tier stuff. Because maybe this is perfect for you. Add an 8. Maybe this 8 is amazing for you. I don't know. And I don't want to discourage you from trying it. Anyway, yeah, no, I'm not going to go raving on and on and on. It's got the best build quality of any cheap IEM. Hands down. And it's an 8 out of 10 sound quality. It's clear enough. It's wide enough. The bass, when you put the foam tips on it, is a little more present. You're getting a little more of that hit. And it's easy to drive. And I've plugged it in. I have the silver stacks. I went with like an Oreo cookie here. And then the silvers here. This is the first IEM video of many that I'll be doing this week. So, yeah. Exactly. We've got this here. So I went with the most covered up anime waifu I could find in my list. She's available in every waifu I've ever used ever, and the wallpapers is available in the Wallpaper Horde, which is a Resilio sync folder. Go check that out. Patreon, subscribe to support this channel and my... Honestly, I used to call them mad ravings, but I think I make a lot of sense. If you don't think I make sense, please let me know. I may not, read the technical specs or fully understand the need of the Harmon curve, but, I understand people and kind of what people want and how varied that is. So it's just like, I know who I'm talking to. If you're watching this and you're going to buy these for someone else, you're doing a great job. Because no one will be like even if you got someone JoJo, it would come in like this weird box and it's a better IEM, but it's too small. It doesn't fit in your ear. Let's get this other tip. Those are an enthusiast IEM. These are not an enthusiast IEM. These are like $125 IEM hidden in a $50 box. So yeah, I could recommend them for that. And they're not garbage. They're not shit. I'm not going to make fun of anyone who buys them for someone else or even for yourself. If you're like, you know what, Zeos, you're right. I just want the nicest built fucking IEM. And I only have $59 or $47 to pay for it. So there you go. I'm done. You're done. We're done. I'll see you in the next one.